So we have a video on how to start your threads on a normal embroidery fabric, but I wanted to do another one for needlepoint and canvas work specifically because it is a little bit different. So I've got my canvas here. This is an 18 count, so that's 18 threads to the inch. A mono canvas because it's a single thread on the weft and the wall. And I'm going to just demonstrate using a Lana threads. We have these for sale in the shop, really nice to use, especially on the canvas. So normally on an embroidery fabric we would do 2 little small stitches and cover those up later. Can't really do that on canvas because of the holes in it. So what we're going to do is start outside the area here. So if I want to work this section in here, I'm going to start with a knot on the top. That will get cut off later, that's a waist knot. And I'm going to actually pass the thread underneath the canvas and come up near the top of my shape and then stitch back towards the knot, and I'll be stitching over the thread that's on the back, and that will secure it in place. So there's my knot, and I'm going to go underneath up to here and on the back, so the thread is going underneath on the back. You might be able to see it through those holes there, and up to the top. And then I'm going to stitch over this thread now and back down towards the knot and cover it up. So I'm just going to start my stitching as normal. Don't need to worry about starting and finishing stitches. So I'll just work a satin stitch just to demonstrate it. And I'm just working over that thread on the back. Catches it in. There's no knots or loops or lumps on the back. It's a really neat way of starting and finishing. And if you've got your frame set up like I have in some clamps, it saves me having to turn it over and fiddle on the back as well. I can just do everything from the top. So all the way down towards my knot, and then when I get to the bottom, I was going to stop there, so I know that I've covered that on the back. If you're not sure the first few times, you might just want to have a little look just to make sure that you have covered your thread before you cut your knot off, but I'm quite confident I've done that. So to finish my thread, I can do one of 2 things. I can turn the frame over and just weave the needle back under the stitches on the back, or I can think about where I'm going next with my stitches and finish the same way I started. So if I was going to come to the left here and stitch there, I could take my thread underneath and just back up completely out of the way. If I bring it up there, so on the back my thread is going across here, and I can actually just cut that off, leave it on the top, and then when I stitch this next area, that will stitch over the thread on the back. And secure it nice and tightly. It does mean you have a lot of ends hanging around on the top, but if you keep them out of your working area, you can stitch over them and then you can turn them over and cut everything off when you're finished. So a really nice, neat way to start and finish your canvas needlepoint threads. If you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. You can subscribe to the channel as well, and that will tell you when new videos come up, and don't forget to share with your friends too.